What is up, YouTube? This is AVAULT here, back in today with you guys another new Speed Duel deck profile. And for those who've seen the Zombie Master Speed Duel match against the Spellproof Armor Machines the other day, the match duel video, here is the deck profile, I promise, of that Zombie Master deck right here. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, be sure to check that out, and let's just go straight right into it. Before we go into it, as always, we're gonna do a quick card sleeve review. Here are some new sleeves. Actually, I had them quite a while, but I decided to showcase you guys on the channel. These are like polymerization purple sleeves, all the way from OCG, that look really neat. Matches the deck very well because it's like purpley and zombie. I know it's not a fusion based deck at all, but I just felt like the color scheme and I guess with the ghosty looking type of silhouettes just make it very interesting to use it for this deck profile overall. And you know, just to showcase you guys new sleeves, new OCG products that always come out, which we really hope to get them in the TCG. So, but also if you guys are interested in purchasing some of the sleeves, I have many different OCG artwork sleeves, official Yu-Gi-Oh ones, selling on the eBay of AVAULT eBay store. So be sure to check out that link in the description down below if you guys want to get some of them for yourself. And their shipping is worldwide, so be sure to check it out and help support the channel if you guys don't mind. So of course we're playing a bone skill right here, and we are playing the Zombie Master skill. Basically I like the artwork of Zombie Master being in it. Basically, essentially what it does is Zombie Master is actually a monster for regular Yu-Gi-Oh, and they kind of converted it into a skill. Basically, we activate the skill during our main phase, and once per duel only, you can choose one level 4 or lower zombie type monster you control, and it gains the following effect. So the effect is, once per turn you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard to target one level 4 or lower zombie type monster in either graveyard. That's a key point, because this skill is going to be really good for mirror matches, I would say then. Special summon that target, the monster must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect right here. So I personally feel like this skill is not too bad. It's okay. I think there's a better skill to suit this deck, which I am playtesting at the moment. Once again, keep in mind, you guys, this deck profile is more like a playtesting stage of this deck, and use my deck as a resource to build your own decks as a base, as an inspiration, share your ideas. And yeah, we haven't really get to see competitive decks just yet, I would say. Like, the meta hasn't really formed to have a really fine idea. So until we do so, yeah, I quite like this deck still anyways. And I think this card has potential as more zombie monsters come up. I mentioned before, for combo extending eventually, that'd be really neat. I can see it actually bridging into really essential combos with other monsters down the road. Of course, and as well, a quick shout out to the Speed Duel playmat, the Arena of Lost Souls Yu-Gi-Oh Day special edition playmat that we're using today, of course, because it's a Bones deck profile with Bone skill. Of course, we have to use it with Skull Servants, which is really cool. But we don't play Skull Servants in here. But yeah, if you guys are wondering where I got this playmat, this happened back in April, I remember, which is like the release of Arena of Lost Souls, sort of like a sneak peek for that event. So I participated in that one, similar to the sneak peek Trials of Kingdom, and basically won the mat in first place for this one. So let's go into the monsters without taking too much time. 3 Despair of the Dark, really powerful monster, 2800 beater with 3000 defense, is really good. Its effect is okay, I guess, but you won't really get to see it used ever, honestly. But it says, if this card is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon this card. So it's a pretty good card against Viral Infection, I would say. Pretty good card against Don Zalug or any like milling type of decks. Vampire Lord, but I haven't really seen it happen using its second effect that much. But you're really using it for its massive attack and defense potential. So along with that, we have to play 2 double Costins. That's how we get to summon it faster and easier. It's also got 1700 beating, so it's just really good. Next, we're playing 2 Zombinas, really good tech card for zombies, I guess, or any general deck, to bring back our double Costins when we do need it again and again, so we can reuse it and then, you know, bring out Despair from the Darkness from our hand by tributing double Costin. Last but not least, 2 more monsters. We're playing 2 Spheres, just for defensive purposes. It is kind of a short monster lineup, honestly. There's not that many monsters we're playing. There are 10 monsters in total, but essentially there's actually 8 monsters really, because Sphere is more like a trap. hand trap per se, but it still worked out really well. The deck actually goes quite consistently because we do have our traps and spells to sort of get the engine going. It's not a very good early game deck, but it's a very good mid game and sort of late game deck, I realize. And you guys can see from the match duel video, it worked out very well towards the end for us. We can even stall out the opponents sometimes if we are winning the deck out game, because it's very hard to actually overcome us and again because we have a lot of reviving stuff, which we will get into. We're playing 3 Book of Lives right here. We are reviving again and again, which is really good. Book of Life basically just keeps helping us bring back mostly Despair from the Dark. You know, we can bring it back with Book of Life. We can bring back Double Costin, Tribute Double Costin to summon Despair from the Dark. There's a lot of like intertwining consistency combos that work very well, which I really like about this deck overall. We play 2 Pyramid of Wonders, which is also really neat card for protecting our monsters, our zombies, protecting it really nicely. Also boosting the attack, which is really good overcoming, which came in great help and great handy when we were playing our speed duel match the other day. Now that basically rounds off the spells, so 5 spells right here, and then moving into our traps, we play 2 Haunted Shrines, also a really good card. It's like essentially another Book of Life, but in the trap version. It has 2 effects as well, which is really neat. We can basically use it to like again to bring back our zombies again and again. I want to quickly talk about this card. There are some rulings and some tips to keep in mind when you're playing this card. So its first effect is if you control no monsters, target 1 zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Straightforward, you know, when you set it as a trap, you activate it. That's what the first effect does. Second effect is if you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 zombie type monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated. So if this was in your grave, you banish it. And keep in mind, it is still a trap, so you can actually use the effect during your opponent's turn. It is a spell speed 2, so keep in mind, like you can banish this from the graveyard during your opponent's turn to use its effect to bring out a Despair from the Dark from your grave, for example. You can use it during your turn too in the graveyard, which is really neat. The other thing to keep in mind is the zombie monster effect is negated. So let's go over here. It actually doesn't technically apply to Zombina. Here's why. So Zombina's has an effect. It doesn't negate Zombina's effect, is because Zombina's effect activates when it's in the graveyard. So what that basically means that and according to game mechanics, Zombina is no longer on the field and its effect is actually activating from the grave. So you can still use Zombina's effect when it was summoned by Haunted Shrine's second effect, basically. Make sure I'm clear with that. However, I guess if we were to use the second effect to bring back Double Costin, which is rarely in that case, because by then we should be bringing back a Despair from the Dark, honestly, which I honestly never do. But if you do, the Double Costin doesn't have its effect anymore. That's how I would basically view it and suggest it. So anyways, keep moving on. We play 2 Floodgates, best trap in the game, period. You know, really great and handy as always. And then 1, last but not least, Tooth Mask right here. Tooth Mask really helped. I was actually more really just testing it out, but you know, came into the opponent and surprised they play Kunai. Works really well against Kunai because Kunai does target and it does stop the Kunais, which is really good. It also is really good at stopping Mask of the Curse and possibly Spellbinding Circle as well, I believe. Only a Spellbinding Circle targets. I can't remember, but let me know in the comment section down below. Basically, any targeting effects for spell and traps works very well to stop them, and has came in clutch for our duel. And you know, just 1 off is enough, not too many. So 5 traps, that rounds up for the main deck. Before I go into the side deck, I guess I do want to teach you guys a little bit more basic combos in addition to what you guys saw in the speed duel match. How it intertwines very nicely overall with the deck. Let's say, you know, usually you want Double Costin tributes to summon Despair from the Dark. That's very straightforward. Let's say if you had Despair from the Dark in your hand, and then Zombina in the grave, you can use Zombie Master, make Double Costin turn into Zombie Master, pitch your Despair from the Dark to the grave to basically bring back Zombina in defense, attack, whatever you want. So now you have the Despair in the Dark in the grave. Basically now you can essentially use your Book of Life and your Haunted Shrines to bring Despair from the Dark back as well, which is really neat. So overall, there's just many different ways that you can just bring back your Despair from the Dark from the grave and basically loop and intertwine again between different combos. That's why I really like about this deck, and which was really cool. So that basically rounds off the main deck, 20 card main deck right here. And let's move into our side deck. So side deck, of course, Eradicating Aerosol against Insects, and then Warrior Elimination against, you know, a little bit of warrior monsters still go around, like Gearfrieds. Blade Knight not so much anymore, but there's still Amazonas as well. That has been seen a little bit more play recently, once again, since so Warrior Elimination is great. I played one Blast Held by Tribute. I should have sided this card in against when I played against the Spellproof Armor Machines in the Speed Duel match, so then we could have, since they relied a lot on summoning their Launcher Spider by tributing, I could have Blast Held by Tribute, which was really would have been a really good card, but you know, still worked out without it anyways. You know, one Dust Tornado, that was, you know, for any annoying spell or traps, mostly dedicated for the field spell relate centric decks like Heavy Metal Raiders, those who play Umi. You know, you want to stop the nukes from Daedalus with the Umi, stuff like that, or really annoying spell or traps like the Bashing Shield, for example. Magic Jammer works the same way, similar as well. Works really well against Serpent Knight to stop tribute dolls, and also works really great against like any decks that play Eradicating Aerosol with Hidden Parasites still to sort of nuke off the field. You can use Magic Jammer. And last but not least, Waking the Dragon, of course, if anyone has been removing a lot of your back rows. We do play Flight Gates, so it makes it really annoying, so people might want to sometimes consider back row removal. Since Waking the Dragon is here, there is also an extra deck to come in with it. Very standard, once again, we all seen it. 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate, 2 Arcane Jokers, 1 Meteor Bee Dragon, 1 Ryu Senshi, and 1 Alligator Sword to round off right here for different scenarios. Really actually have even been able to use Waking the Dragon, but you know, it's just a nice to have. To give your opponent some pressure as well, that if they know you have an extra deck, because you might be playing Waking the Dragon. So that basically rounds off this entire deck profile right here, the Zombie Master one. What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know if you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Be sure to hit that like button, support the AVAULT channel by subscribing, really appreciate it. Once again, guys, use my deck profile as a resource and inspiration to create your own ideas, and you know, comment down below what other cards you guys would add or take away, you know, what skill instead you guys might use, or a special build you guys might have. Let me know in the comment section down below. Really appreciate your feedback and your help and support. As always, you know, if you guys enjoy the Speed Duel content and want to see more, definitely subscribe, because that is the way to let me know you guys want more Speed Duel content on YouTube and want me to create more Speed Duel content for you guys. And for all of you who are new to Speed Duels, be sure to come check out the AVAULT channel. Welcome to the AVAULT channel. We do focus a lot on Speed Duels, mainly on Speed Duels, primarily on this channel for Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles, Speed Duel matches, everything you need to know and learn how to play is here, and with resources for you. Once again, just one more quick shout out to our card sleeve right here. We do sell some card sleeves, not exactly this one, on the eBay AVAULT eBay store, so be sure to check that out. We do ship worldwide for these sleeves. So yeah, definitely if you guys like these sleeves and do wonder where to get them, because you know, you can't get them here in North America, and they are from OCG, but I am selling some just to you guys, I guess, to people as well who are interested. So definitely a great way to check it out, so be sure to go get them and visit on the eBay store and check it out overall. So yeah, thank you guys so much as always for watching. You guys have a great day, great night wherever you are, and this is AVAULT signing out.